Alright guys, so today there's two related things I want to talk about. I'm probably going to split it into two videos. One is how you can manage your colors in AT's color manager and some tips on that. And then I'm going to talk about how you can snapshot everything, so your colors, your variables, your theme settings, everything, so you have a point in time reference that you can restore to. You've built a beautiful website, you like your colors, you like your spacing, you like your typography. You hand it over to someone else to work on, or the client, and they mess it up. They mess up your colors, they mess up your typography. What do you do from there? Do you have to go and then edit and change everything? Because unfortunately with settings, and this is true with pretty much all page builders that I'm aware of, settings are saved in the WordPress options table and they have no history or revisions. When you save posts and pages, etc., you can restore to a point in time using your revisions in WordPress. That is not true for settings. So that includes colors, variables, everything like that. So once you hit the save button, it's saved. You have no history on it apart from unless you have a backup. And that backup could be on your server, so you can back up your entire website, and then you got to restore the database or a part of the database. Or I'm going to show you another way of doing that using Advanced Themer, which is a heck of a lot easier and more flexible for you. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how these tips on managing the colors, and then I think I'll separate out the other one into another video because otherwise it'll be too long. Anyway, so let's have a look at that. So we've got a mock page here, and let's say we've delivered this to the client. We're happy with the coloring, we're happy with the typography, sizing, spacing, all that sort of stuff, and we're ready to go. So we hand it over. Now Mr. Client goes in there and messes up the colors. All right, so let's go to the color manager for AT by clicking on the little palette on the top right. And what we can see is we're using Advanced Themer Framework on this, which gives us our primary, secondary, and neutral, and then we've got some black and white transparencies there. So these are the three main colors that we use. I would say in most cases we use more of the primary, a little bit of the secondary, and neutrals are kind of almost grays. Okay, so it could be a gray, or it could be a bit of slight variation of your primary, or a slight hint of your primary, or whatever you like. But if we click on the little plus next to those, each of these has 6 light, 6 dark, and 6 transparent versions of it. So you've handed over to the client, and they've gone in there and go, you know what, I don't like that color, I'm going to change that primary color. So they go in here, they click on there, and they change that to be a red. All right. You then get complaints saying, oh, our website colors have all changed, and I don't know who did it. Nobody, I didn't touch it. Typical story. Nobody touched it, and it's all changed, which is generally the owner or the manager's probably been in there, or the admin girl, or boy, I should say. Okay, so they've messed up the colors, right? If you happen to have a style guide and your colors are all linked, that's easy. You just go and set that back to your style guide or paste in your hex value in here and you've fixed it, right? That's easy. If you haven't got the style guide, or you've actually set some colors in here, so for example in my primary here on the D4, I might go in there and I might change the lightness of that. Instead of being 15%, if you look at the cards here, I'll make that 10%. So my D4 is now slightly darker. Right, now the reason we might do that is I think having 6 shades is more than enough for colors. If you get more, it's just more difficult to decide when to use them, when not to use them. So I would say, for example, in your design, if you've looked at it and gone, you know what, our D4 is too light, our D5 is too dark, edit one of these, change the lightness on it, okay? And then you've just changed it. Now, if they then come in and decide, I'm going to change the hue on that, you've just lost that setting that you set, where you set it to 10%, because it will recalculate all of these colors based on that new value. So how do you prevent that? So the first thing you want to do is go back to there and set that back to 10%. And you want to then go to this little icon on the right, which is your unlinked color. In fact, let me just get a box out of the way. Click on that and unlink to parent color. So unlink that. Now, if I go back to my primary, so just watching these card colors, if I go back to my primary and I change that hue a bit, these don't change. Right. Now that could be a problem. Let's say you decide that you just changed it a little bit and that's okay. Let's say you decided to change it a lot and you want it to make more like, that's your primary, right? So you can see the background, your buttons, everything up here, that's all changed, but you've still got the old hue there, right? That's okay, because what we can do is now that that's changed and this one is completely the wrong hue, you go back to your primary, go into your HSL, use this little arrow here to switch to that, grab your hue that you've got in there, copy that, go down to your primary, paste that hue, and you're now back in sync with your primary color. So it's pretty quick and easy. You know, anyone that claims using this is hard is obviously not using it properly, because it is such a flexible and easy way to manage colors. I just don't get how people find it hard. Anyway, so that's that. And at any point you can unlink that color by clicking on that, and then it's then going to be linked back to that primary. Okay, so that is my tips for managing these colors here. I definitely would not add more shades because you want more dark and light versions. I would just adjust what you've got and then unlink it, so that if you do change this a little bit, it's not going to affect it. If you change the hue, then just copy and paste the hue into there and you're back in sync. All right. So let's say we've got this and we're really, really happy with where that's sitting. Was our secondary color. Maybe we'll leave that as it is. Let's just change that a little bit as well. Maybe change that hue to be more of a yellowish color. There we go. We've changed our. Close this now, and if we go here now, we've got that yellowish color on our image captions here. So this is the colors that we've got. This is what we're going to deliver to the client. So we're happy with that. Now I'm going to show you one more thing in here. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it at that because that's the colors. That's the colors that we're going to use, and that is my tips on the colors. So I'm going to make a separate video showing how we can now snapshot some changes and then restore those. So I'm going to leave that at here and hope that is okay.